What's up, people? My name is Timmy Dakolo, and you're listening to Elegbete TV Radio. Stay tuned.
TV radio, redefining broadcasting. Listen. You're listening to Elegbete TV and radio.
Alright, good morning and welcome to the Sports Buffet on Elegbete TV Radio. My name is Daffy Matthew, 7 to come in Elegbete on Sports. Sorry, we're starting 10 minutes behind schedule. A little bit of a technical issue, and I think we had a late night breaking in one of the houses, not our house, but one of the houses in this our mini estate. So it's a little bit of general discussion, empathy, finding, it was hard to just walk away. I was part of the people who was having a conversation, trying to find solution. That's the reason why we started behind schedule. I had to beg them to take my leave so that I can come do my show. I'm sure after the show I'll still have to go to stay there and try to see what's going on. Adewale Saka, good morning. Good to see you. And Funny Jake is good morning as well to you. Tosile Made, good morning to you. Well, while everybody is popping in and having a look at what we got while we were away. Yes, over the weekend took some time off. Should have done the post match on Saturday and on Sunday, but I didn't because I was overwhelmed by a whole lot of things that were going on, and I needed to make some clear decisions with my head and all that. So good morning to everybody. Once again, my name is Daffy Matthew. Please, as you're joining in on the live, please just click on the like button. It's just it should just be like a normal reaction. Click on the like buttons, and if you've not subscribed to the channel, do us well to subscribe. And what I've noticed is that a lot of people mistake the like button. They calculate YouTube to be like TikTok. So the like button is not that red heart button that you click. Okay, the like button is that thumbs up that you see up there. When you're watching, just click on that like button. And the way the show runs is if you got questions, footballing questions, football related questions, or personal questions, anyway, you can ask them, and I'll try as much as possible to treat them as best as I can. And then you also have suggestions. We also have opinion. It's not just my show; it's a community. So all of us here, we're here to make the community good. But what would not allow, and I need to really say that on a regular basis, if you don't agree with somebody's opinion or views on the comment section, you are not allowed to insult them. You're not allowed to come out and say, no, leave it. Everybody's entitled to their opinion. If the opinion is not right, I'm the moderator. I will let the person, I will address it. But I don't want fighting in my community. Some months ago, YouTube actually sent us a mail saying that we have the best community from the Nigeria side of YouTube, and I like it that way. And the argument is that it's because we're not many. When the numbers go up, the bad eggs will come. But I do not agree, because again, in 2 or 3 people you already have bad eggs. If we have 15,000 people already, and we have people that are regularly showing up every day, Monday to Friday, and we're not having fighting, calling people names. You watch other people's life, and you see the many insults, dickhead, that one, that people call each other. So I quite feel excited and happy about my community that I have, the community that we have all created here. So thank you very much, every one of you, for being there. But let's go to the many things in football that have happened over the weekend while we were away. I choose to tag the title of this one, While We Were Away, because while we were away, many things have happened. Yes, many things are going on, and we are going to address all of them. What happened, the Euros, man. When you watch the Spanish national team, you kind of there is I don't know if by you guys, but there is a part of me that say, how do they do it? 16-year-old, a 16-year-old playing at his continental's biggest competition. Just let it sink in a bit. You are, I don't know how to explain it, but imagine that the Super Eagles of Nigeria is going into a tournament, right? And the coach names a squad and there is a 16-year-old kid in that squad. Just think about it for a minute. Yourself, don't even look for other people. Yourself, how would you react? Okay, how would you react? While I'm letting you think about that one and getting in, Germany opened up the Euro in an explosive style, more like a shoe get size. The same way, talking about shoe get size, Lobby Stars did not win the Nigerian League, just in case you think that's what I'm talking about. It is Enugu Rangers who started the season on a roll. Again, proving to us that once you get the appointment right, it doesn't matter whether the club is owned by a state government or is owned by a private group or individual, you can get good results and the team can run well. So while we were away, Enugu Rangers have won the Nigerian League, and Germany opened up the Euros on Friday to an emphatic 5-1 win of the lousy, noise-making Scotland. There's a few issues. The tram. Okay, so the tram is the intercity train that runs within Europe, different European countries. Also is in America, places like Boston and New York and the rest of them. Okay, but the tram in Germany carries, English people are already complaining, that the English will always complain about anything. Now, that tram carries 400 people at once, okay? 400 people. This stadium have capacities running from 50,000 to 60 and 80,000. So the England game, for instance, at Ingolstadt, that happened, a lot of English fans are already complaining that the transition time is too short, blah blah, too long, sorry, blah 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 blah. The tram comes every 15 minutes. So the first one comes 400 people out of a possible 60 to 80,000 people. Don't forget that not just the people in the stadium we're counting, there are people who are in pubs around who are going to go back to wherever they are laying their head. English people are complaining, as they are complaining, what the tournament is going on well. Hungary were beaten 3-1 by Switzerland, who were a no-nonsense team, and Spain showed Croatia that, look, listen, yeah, you guys might have Luka Modric, you guys might have all this history, but we're here for business, and we've won this competition only 3 times. We're about setting up for the 4th one. Whether we're winning, we don't know, but let's see how it goes. And they beat Croatia 3-0. Italy were 2-1 to the group. Not really fantastic, but defending champion showed that they could pick up 3 points. So they pick up 3 points in that one. And just when you think the traffic of the usuals, winning. If you look at from Germany to Spain to Italy, it's the usuals that were winning. You thought that would change in the Poland versus Netherlands game, but no. The Netherlands also find a way, even though they consider first, they still find a way to win 2-1. Then first draw of the tournament happened when Slovakia came from 1 goal down to draw with Denmark. But then Serbia, I thought they could have drawn or won that game against England last night. But I think that poor coaching selection and wrong calculation of the substitution, one that was stuck in my head. You started Mitrovic, for instance, and you didn't put the people that were supplying the crosses. You know that this is your all-time highest goal scorer. This is a guy who delivers both in the air and on land. Okay, is both air and land, right? But then by the time you're bringing in the guys who know how to really supply the crosses from wide areas, who know how to take on the defenders from wide areas, you now took out Mitrovic. Mitrovic, if we saw him when he was going at, he was angry because he felt a bit frustrated, like, when they set you up to fail and then prove that you see he's not as good as people think he is. That kind of that's the kind of feeling that I have. And it's your first game. Well, there's a possibility of Serbia beating Denmark and Slovenia. Again, the Euros is in such a way that it is hard for you not to qualify because all the top 2 teams will qualify. Then there is also the four best third place teams that would also qualify. So it does look like in the group stage, let's just have fun, let's just enjoy it and go. Well, today, starting from 2 p.m., Romania will play against Ukraine. Countries that are at war still playing in Euros. Okay, Belgium will host Slovakia, and then Austria will host France. Well, when I say host, it means the team that comes first. Okay, not say they're playing it in their country. No, the whole tournament is going on in Germany, Romania, Ukraine, Belgium, Slovakia, Austria, France. And in this Austria, France, here is tournament favorite. England are regarded as tournament favorite going into the tournament, but after the first game, I don't know if you guys still think they are tournament favorite. But one thing you must take a plus and you must take away from the England game. I'm going to go back to do some analysis on that one. is the fact that on a night where they play horribly, terribly bad, they still manage to pick up 3 points. When they get out of this group game, nobody's going to remember how bad they play. But let's look at some of the things that I noticed with the England team. Well, for Man City, for Foden, for instance, plays as a number 10. In this game, he was shafted to the left-hand side. While that looks like it's an easy thing, you think, but those kind of little things, football is a game of margin. Those kind of little decisions can make or mar a team. Trent Alexander was playing in the exact hole where you normally will have the Declan Rice, and Declan Rice also played well. I don't think that they did bad there. Walker, Trippier, Guy, and Stones. I think that Guy also, Gary really did well in his position. Bukayo Saka was good, just good, not great, just good. Harry Kane, I thought that after 45 minutes, I would have removed him. Okay, I don't know, but yeah, when you have such a striker, the problem with such a striker is that they are both a blessing and a curse, because you know that they've got a lot of goals in them, they are fantastic, and they're your captain again, and there's a whole lot you look at and you say to yourself, now I cannot remove him. It just might be the next move will be the one that will set him free, and then it will be devastating. So, but for me, it's a tournament, right? Ivan Toney or Oli Watkins would have come in, there are plenty of running. You know, Harry Kane is in a place now where he doesn't run, he just feels like he knows where to stand and the ball will come to him. Plus the fact that when he went to Germany, they just reduced his ability to run around. He just know where to stand and the ball will come to him. So sometimes that was affecting his game. He was not in all of the places that he normally was. In the first half, for instance, he touched the ball only twice. Oh, come on, what's that? And when you look at all of that, you say to yourself that Serbia missed a chance to get a point at least on the shot board on the league table. But that's what some of these things look like. But I like to go back to Spain and talk about players that are in this tournament and their age. Think about a player that is 16 years old playing for Spain. No, just think about it for a minute and ask yourself, what would you have done if a Nigerian player is 16 years old and they're taking him to the World Cup? Genuinely 16-year-old, okay? I'm not talking of passport age. I'm talking of real age. I'm not talking of football age. I'm talking of real age. 16-year-old. My son is 12-year-old now. 4 years from now, he's representing Nigeria. I think that we would kill the coach, even no matter how talented he is. But they've got the experience of Morata, and he scored. The captain of the team, he still have a whole lot to prove wearing jersey number 7. In that team, that's Inaki Williams, who is a transfer target for Arsenal. There's Ruiz, there's Rodri, there's Pedri. Oh my God, Yamal, or what's his name now? That's the guy that I'm talking about. Oh God, when you have a player that is Lamine Yamal, and people say, well, he plays for Barcelona, he's playing well, why can't he play for the national team? Well, yeah, I agree. Would you have allowed a 16-year-old, a child that is born on the 13th of July, same date with my 5-year-old, my soon-to-be 5-year-old son, yeah, they share the same birthday, would you have agreed that a 16-year-old boy with a coily, bouncy hair like Frank Rijkaard represent Nigeria, your country, at a major tournament? A child that is born in 2007, on the 13th day of July 2007. Would you have agreed? Well, in the Germany game, it was Nigerian, England, American, German boy. Jamal Musiala, that was the man of the match. That game was beautiful. I don't know how you saw it, but I saw it well. I'm choosing to focus on the beautiful ones, the exciting. I know you guys want me to talk about Victor Osimhen and his recalcitrant live video that he put up, and he has a right to react, but he also did not. His reaction was not good. If he had reacted against the media, because that was what I thought he was doing, it would have been nice. But when he started Finidi himself into the conversation, I just man, this boy don't reach the stage where they say, this one is lost. And he said some of the things that I've been saying, but like, it's your guy now. Why don't you advise him? And I keep telling those people, when I hear what Osimhen always to say, when I go talk finish, I go do it in my mind. That boy does not need advice from anybody. And I like the fact that's the positive that I took home from that video, because now nobody's going to call me again. I practically disconnected from him completely on all platforms. So, but because sometimes we condone these things and we enable it. If something is wrong, is wrong. If he was reacting to the media, which I thought he was doing in the first place, it's okay, because I do not see why anybody should scapegoat him. I do not see any reason why the media should scapegoat him because he wasn't invited. His name shouldn't even have come up in any conversation in the first place. But once he started doing that thing to Finidi, people say I'm angry because Finidi is my guy. No, if he did it to any other coach, I would react the same way. I say him, and this is not right. Okay, if you enable this, one day he's going to come do it to you. We take a knife and stab somebody, and we'll sit in there. It's okay now. It's Victor Osimhen. He's the one that say it's this one now. So let's let it go. No, you don't let things like that go. But having said that, I think that the NFF have got a lot on their hands, and the sports ministry themselves. What got me sad was that I saw the ministry just immediately after the Benin Republic game demand that the technical report be written and submitted to him. And my first question is, wait a minute, Minister, if they say use the technical report, you go fill it out. Do you even understand what the football technical report is? Let's be very, very honest here. Now, let's get past that one. Let's even get past that one so that some people don't say I'm disrespecting the Honorable Minister of the Federal Republic. Let's backtrack a bit like in catapult. You have to go back to go forward, right? The Minister of Sports, when the NFF was looking for a coach, what brought us to Finidi's position? And you guys are aware, I said here, Finidi is my guy, but I said here, there is not a single Nigerian coach that can coach the Super Eagles. I say it every day. Like that one, I will not go back. I will not take it back. No matter what people say, that we shouldn't be saying that. I tell them that, look, I know the team more than you people. I've been embedded in this team the last 12 years. And I'll tell you for free, there is not a Nigerian coach. I don't care. This current players, if Sivikeshi come back to life, you know if he coach them. There is not a Nigerian coach that can coach the team. One of the reasons why Sivikeshi succeeded is he coached a group of players who grew up knowing that Stevie Keshi is the big boss. You see, the first thing you have to understand with the current Super Eagles is these guys don't even know the people will be the ex-players. They don't know them, they don't send them, they don't get anything to do with them. Those players only think about their money. Having said that, the minister, let's apportion the responsibility and not blame responsibility to everybody who it is due, so that when you go out there off, maybe this will be your own take up from this show to this morning. First off, the minister said that they will not pay for the coach that the NFF is trying to employ. Remember when Joseph Pesero got us to the finals of the AFCON, the NFF was supposed to do everything within his rank to retain him. But Pesero agreed. Pesero was asking for outrageous money. Yes, I agree. I would do the same thing. Because you've not been paying me well since. You made the first move, the first stupid or dumb move of cutting his salary from $75,000. That money is what pays him and his 5-man backroom staff that he brought. You cut it down to $50,000. Okay, so you told him that we would renew your contract and we will renegotiate if you take us to the semi-finals. The man took you to the finals, and he became a man in the lips of almost everybody. Not necessarily. So men tell you how that thing work. You get to a place and then you now send your team, your guys, to start putting that information that, Algeria wants to give you a job, Saudi Arabia is calling you, this one is calling you, that one is calling you, to put your current employers, like what Benjamin Sesko did to Arsenal and Chelsea, put them, use them to negotiate the contract. And players, people do that a lot, even clubs everywhere. You saw what the Ipswich Town manager McCann did to put himself in jobs that he have no business putting himself in, thinking that he will be employed. Then his club eventually negotiated for a higher pay for him. So it happens everywhere. So I'm not going to blame Joseph Pesero. The NFF was supposed to come to the table with an honest offer and say, listen, it's not like all this thing you're asking is wrong, but we don't have it. Honestly, we're struggling to pay you $50,000 or $75,000 right now. We cannot pay you $250,000 or $300,000. So let's get to a middle ground, or 110. Let's get to a middle ground. Probably let's do 100, okay? Where you take 50 and then your guys, will share the other 50, or probably take whatever how you want to share. But this is how we would work, and then we'll go back and look at how to fix it. But no, they just went, if you don't want to take it, take it. You can't be doing take it and leave it with a coach that have taken you to the finals, because he thinks he's got a market. Whether it's delusional, whether it's deceiving himself, that's up to him. Please, guys, click on the like buttons. It's important for me as I'm here, and it's important for the channel. And if you've not subscribed to the channel, please do want to subscribe. But then they moved on, and I think they tabled it before the minister, and the minister was quick to come and say, we not go pay, we not go pay your salary. Now, what that means is that the NFF now have to work within their budget. budget. And if you understand the NFF very well, there is no money. Okay, so when people were talking about Amaju jumping into meeting, hobnobbing with people that time, it was him looking for money. It was his own way of looking for money. All the things he did may not be the perfect actions or the right things, but in the circumstances. They say that the best humans are not the ones that are most intelligent or most educated, but the ones that are most adaptive. And when I say like buttons, it's not always that red hat that is on the side. I don't even know why YouTube put that one like we're doing to TikTok. It's the thumbs up. That thumbs up button. Now I realize a lot of people don't know because I keep getting messages and say, "Oh, we're liking it. Why you complain?" No, well, you're not. Actually, we have 50 people on the live and there are 26 like on it, so it's different. All right. So it's that one. That's the one that the algorithm sees. It's not this heart one. This heart one doesn't really matter to anybody. It doesn't count. Now, as we're growing, the minister said we're not going to pay. So they came back and said, okay, who can we employ? In case you guys don't understand, the salary of Finidi judge is under $15,000. And then his backroom staff, he was told, we cannot put your backroom staff on salary. So they have to figure out a way, and they say it is bonuses, which means they only get bonuses whenever they come to camp. I'm apportioning the responsibility. I'm not blaming anybody. I'm just apportioning the responsibility, so that when you leave here informed with the arms to discuss this thing in publicly. Because I see a lot of public conversation around this, and I like, but this is not the reality. Okay, so you know where the ship derailed from, and so the NFF came back and said, okay, you know what? Let's give what we have, and this is what we have. Finidi judge will pay you monthly 15 million naira, which is less than $15,000 to be very exact, and your backroom staff will pay them based on every match that they come for, right? But what the defect to that is you're forgetting that these guys, most of them stay in Europe, right? And because they stay in Europe, those $10,000 match bonuses, you're not factoring in their flight, their movement, because you will also need to, you can't just wait for match day to integrate with players. You also need to, Finidi judge will need to fly to Europe, congregate with them, and then go visit some of the different players. Even we as journalists, as content, and I'm going to tell you my own part in this conversation, the decisions that were made as a company. Even we as journalists, we look at it and say the advantage that someone like Omar Katuba have around the players, we don't have it. Right? It's not like we're not good at doing what we do, but because Omar had the chance to week in, week out visit them from, you know how they say out of sight is out of mind. From that, they go from just a journalist to an acquaintance, from an acquaintance to a friend. Now we cannot open our doors to you, we cannot sit with you, we can have a conversation and plan. That's the kind of thing you want with your national team coach, being able to go visit the players and share his philosophies and his ideas and tactical thoughts, and then listen to his players as a coach. You know, I used to play under a coach who asked me, I want to play you in this system. This is how I want to play you. How good can you adapt? As a coach, I like it, but there's a coach who wanted me to play as a wing back in the day, and as a coach, I know if it's going forward, dribbling and crossing the ball, I'm good. But tracking back that deep to go and mark, I will be useless to you. I would either commit foul, I'll be frustrated in the game. We tried it in a few games, a few friendly matches, it didn't work. And he said I wasn't pulling weight. But I just told him, I don't have the capacity, I don't have the engine for this, okay? I can be a good car, but I can't be both a car and a boat at the same time, right? So we found a way and we moved on. So I thought that that's one of the things that they should have done. But hey, paucity of fun. My mother go say, not be say bone sweet pass meat. Now money will not do. I make person just say bone they give calcium. And a lack of money they make person. Poor people they always be doctor. They say, no worry, bitter leaf. If you chop bitter leaf, if you chop bitter leaf, or if you drink water, the water will be sweet. Well, I don't need water to be sweet. Water is supposed to be tasteless. But hey, it is what it is, right? That's the situation. Now, on the side of the players, I think that again, one of the biggest problem I have with the Nigerian Football Federation, the NFF, is the complete disregard for communication. Complete disregard. Let's track back to the Nations Cup. And the Nations Cup intervention fund, as we normally was released. This time was released early enough. They paid the players their match bonuses from group stage up onto the semi-finals, up on the quarterfinals. They didn't pay them the semi-finals, they didn't pay them the finals. The agreement they had that certain percentage of the money that CAF will pay them will be given to the players. They still haven't given it to them. And the thing is, they just go quiet. They don't know, guys, this is where we are to. This is our situation. This is why we've not given you this money. This is when we hope to give you the money. and that. And then all the bonuses for qualifiers coming into the tournament, they were not even given. And some stretching back into 2 years. And I agree. Gusto came in and he met a debt profile of 3.7 billion. I mean, governance is continuous, okay? He also met assets like contracts with Nike and the rest and the team and all that. So all of those happens in football, right? But that lack of communication now put the players in the dark. Again, now let's talk about the responsibilities of the players. A camp opens, let's say, 10 days or 7 days to match. You're playing on Friday. Your camp opens on Saturday. You should be in camp on Saturday. The constant idea of our players believing that it don't matter when I come camp, I go play match, I've become a canker. My friend, Olufemi, the late Olufemi Adebayo, once upon a time told me that, you know, he used to come to camp early. He was playing in Greece. He used to come to camp early. The player that died in a car accident was coming to Nigeria when his car ran into a trailer and died. You know, remember that player? He was for the Samson Sasa Brazilian Olympic team, if I'm not mistaken, or the 2005 World Youth Championship team. He was supposed to wed 1 week apart. Okay, he was supposed to do his wedding, and then after this wedding, I'll do my wedding. Okay, that was how much, like, that's how we planned that stuff, okay? But hey, it just didn't happen. It's one of those things. He said to me one time that he was in camp and there was an argument, and he said that wow, this player's coming late to camp. And the senior player, I'm not going to mention his name now, he's a retired player, he's someone very, popular that is loved by everybody. He said to him that now players will not good night to come late to camp. And he was sad, he was pained because he felt like he was coming with this whole commitment, seriousness to the national team, and that was the game we played against Tunisia in Abuja that we played 2-2 draw, and then the president, if anybody followed me from my radio days, that was the day I had that radio ranting against the Minister of Sports, against the owner of Brilla FM at the time, and I said they should all be flogged. If you remember, that was one moment of note where everybody thought, okay, this is the end of this guy. Don't finish. But then again, I was expecting that I was going to be fired, but then it didn't happen. Okay, fired anyway. You can't fire somebody that you're not employed, that is freelancing for you anyway. But I thought that was the day they would say, okay, don't come again. But I was willing to stand my ground. But I think what happened was that a lot of people, he also, brought the radio station a lot of credibility. Like, you can allow somebody working your station to talk to you like this. I think the chairman called in, giving credit. He called in and he explained the situation, that it was the sports minister, Musa Amdanusa, who gave them the $10,000, even though they drew the game at home. Long story short. Sorry for digressing, but I just need to give you guys context. Watching Alex Iwobi and Ademola Lookman stroll into camp 24 hours to match and starting matches was, for me, coming from the football side of town, was disgusting to say the least, right? To me, as a person, looking at it from the sidelines, and I was like, this can never happen. Like, I'm coaching this team. This is not good. This guy is not. I'll tell him, like, guy, not come again, or stay where you did. Yes, because they also play and we didn't win. And that's the. You see this thing about discipline. You compromise it, you will still lose. Once you compromise it, they are star players, they are big players. What will people say? Ademola Lookman just scored a hat-trick in the Europa Conference. To hell with that nonsense. Because he won't do that to Gasparini. Why is he doing it here? Where is the strike? No, it's not the strike. Other people that were in the camp. What happened? Strike, no, people who just want to come late. So all of this put together is the bane of our national team. And I've had a lot of people have been part of Twitter space. I'm going to be on another one. Toby is asking me to co-host with him tonight, 6 p.m. I'll pray that you guys join on Twitter space for us to discuss the way forward. We'll keep discussing. But one of the constant things that I've heard since, and I need you guys to put your mouth in this one, is that everybody is saying, let's bring back the presidential task force. Listen, if we are honest here, and I'm going to say it, who won't beat me, make it beat me. Who won't hate me? The presidential task force was set up to go and bribe referees so that we qualify. It's not like a presidential task force came in and the tactical. No, they were set up to bribe referees so that we qualify for that World Cup. That was what they did. And remember, that time there was goodwill, government goodwill in the nation. And that good luck, Jonathan. Today we don't get that government goodwill. So if you set up a presidential task force now, how many companies do you really think would open their heart and pay money to Super Eagles' cause? When I was going to the All African Games, I wrote proposal to a few companies. I know they write too much proposal to people. I know some of those when they go use my proposal to the joke. I will talk to. I first call you, guy. I'm doing this. So do you have fun to support me? We don't have Nasha, but we'll see. Next time I call you again, Alpha, okay, you can send it in. I can push it for you, but make it moderate. So we're not that big. Okay, what can you guys realistically give? And I'll put my budget within that. If you're not going to reach, I'll find another way to pardon. That's how I work. I went to all African Games or the African Games in Ghana. I spent 15.7 million naira. That's the money that I spent. The sponsors that backed me up give me 6 million naira. So you see the difference. I made up the rest. My friends, my guys, my team, we all put together and got it done. We went to you. We spent 2.7 or so. Yeah. We didn't get any money from any sponsor. We didn't money for anybody because when you reach out to people, they say, the Super Eagles is dead. The Super Eagles is not good enough, so it's not marketable. And so on the cover of that, I have sat here, like this weekend, I sat down and redressed it. I am definitely going to Jackpa. No, but hold on. Not that Jackpa of moving my family relocating abroad. No, this channel with Jackpa. What do I mean by that? That Oyo is the last time I am ever going to go to the Super Eagles camp because I might end up punching somebody in the face, for some attitude towards the nation. I'm that Nigeria centric, or you can say pan-Nigerian or pan-Africanist. That's who I am. And I hate it when people are taking the nation for granted. I will not go to the Super Eagles camp again. My team will not go to the Super Eagles camp again. But this is what we would do. We would go to Europe, create content around retired Nigerian and African players. I've started making the contact already. We'll raise the fund because I can't be wasting money here. And it's not, first off, going to the Super Eagles camp, spending 2.7 million that I would have used to pay, put in my children's trust fund, help some people who really need money and they will be praying for me or they will be happy. If they don't pray, I'm not big on that prayer thing, but they'll be happy. I would have done that. But I would go to Europe, tell stories. This channel was set up from day one to tell stories. We only decided to start promoting the national team. And then when you go and then you start hearing people telling you that, you go there so that they'll give you money. First off, these guys are too broke to give anybody money. You don't see the family members of our footballers. These people, when they arrest their own family member and I will give outside that money. Are you joking? Like, you're really serious right now. The only people that will give money are those small boys. First off, Super Eagles players like to hang around people who will say yes to them. People who will not question their actions and decisions. There are a few good ones. The Tawa Winnings of this world, the Judo Gallows of this world, the Kenneth Leroy of this world, Ahmed Musas of this world. But reality, the ballpark figure are dummies who like yes people around them. And if you know that way, I'm not a yes man. There is nobody in the Super Eagles that is as big as Austin Ojakovu AC that I worked with in Globestar. I wasn't a yes man to him. If you know Austin Ojakovu, you practically have an idea of what a Goliath is. And I was one of those people who could look at me and say, Austin, with a craze, this decision you're taking is nonsense against your family, your children, your mom, and against yourself. I could stand up. I was younger than this, but I could stand up to him. So small player. There's no player in the Super Eagles that's older than me. So when I keep hearing people say that, now they go collect money for camp, like, first of all, even jerseys I don't want to take. So where is the talk coming from? So we will not be going to Super Eagles camp anymore. That's like this was the last one. We'll find ourselves to Europe. So those of you in Europe, we are coming. Right? We'll come. We would probably think of it twice a year. February, March, October, that window we'll do it. A 2 or 3 man team will come in, spend 1 month, do our content, come back, relax, release them till the period, and then eventually, as we grow, we'll change it to 4 times in a year, and that's the new way. But our live stream will still be going on. This show will still be going on. I love this show. You guys know that I love this show very well. So that's the way it will be. Now let's switch to Euros and have a talk about people who are organized, people who know what they're doing. People who know what they're doing, who understand the business of the game and why it is the way it is. Okay, so like I said, on Friday, Germany beat Scotland. The loudmouth, lousy, bragging, Scotland, and I brag before this match, they're going to do this, we're going to do that. Even presenters on radios begin to say they go run a feed if Scotland beats Germany. I was like, well, Germany becomes so bad. Germany is not Super Eagles that the Republic will beat them. I don't understand because in football, Scotland will never come up for group stage once for tournament. You're talking about Germany, the almighty German machine at home, opening match. Scotland will go and beat them. They say anything is possible in football. Say what, anything can happen, but anything not happen. No. What happened was Germany showed their integrity. They showed the teeth of the tiger, and it was not easy for Scotland. Even though Rudiger just sugar them by scoring an own goal. But it wasn't easy for them. But from what you are seeing in all of the games, let's look at some of the statistics. We've had 22 goals so far in the tournament. If you look at by minutes, 29 every 29 minutes in this tournament, a goal is scored. We have a 3.15 per match. That's the statistics of the goal. Of all the games that have been played, Germany have scored 5 goals, Switzerland have scored 3, Spain scored 3, Netherlands scored 2, Italy scored 2. The rest, 1-1 goal. That's 1-1 that's what they are. In terms of possession, Germany have controlled the most percentage of possession for 68% of possession. Italy, even though they played scrappily, but they dominated possession as they had 66 possession. Then Netherlands will always be in possession. Netherlands are like Arsenal, Perana on their shivers, but when it comes to playing good, beautiful, eye-catching football, it is the Netherlands. 65% of possession have gone for them. Denmark, even though they did not win their game, they've controlled the possession by 62%. Croatia, 54%, and England, 53%. Well, in terms of passing accuracy, again, it is the Germans who have done that. When they played against Scotland, what do you expect? And in that space, they made 94% passing accuracy. Italy followed by 93%, and then England got 91%. Netherlands 90%, Serbia 89%. That same Serbia that played against England. Croatia 88%. Talking about the tackles in this game, in this tournament so far, number 1 on the list is Serbia, who's made 20 tackles accurately correct, and Scotland 16, Slovenia 15, Netherlands 14, Hungary 14, and England 13. There are other things that we can look at as the player statistics in this tournament. There's no player that has scored 2 goals so far, but a Dutch player, Nathan Ake, who plays for a passing team, have made 2 assists in this tournament. Nathan Ake have made 2 assists. Jamal Musiala of Spain have made 1 assist. Pedri of Spain have made 1 assist. Fabian Ruiz have made 1 assist. And Bukayo Saka, who crossed the ball that Jude Bellingham, did his Superman flying to put his head. Remind me of Wisnoroma in Japan 1993 finals against Ghana. Flew into that ball and headed it into the net. Yes, what's his name? Soboslai of Hungary also have created 1 goal in this tournament. But then you talk about the goal scorers, you have Verga for Hungary with 1 goal. You have Fabian Ruiz with 1 goal. Bellingham with 1 goal. Musiala Jamal, who's the man of the match in the Germany versus Scotland game, also have 1 goal. Fabian Ruiz, who has also created 1 goal, as of who scored 1 goal. And Switzerland, Haibiska have also scored 1 goal as well. We're talking about players with passing accuracy. Every pass they made went straight to the teammates that they were passing the ball to. Boxer of Poland, 100%. Christensen of Denmark, 100%. Jamal Musiala, no passing wrong. Even the great passer of the ball himself made 1 wrong pass. 101 passes that Tony Kroos made in the game against Scotland. He made 100 accurate passes and then missed 1. Okay, but talk about people who have 100%. Pedri, made 100%. Falkland, who came in and scored that Kosha that remind me of Lucas Podolski, also have 100%. Oyarzabal of Spain also have 100% passing accuracy. Those are the statistics from the game. You can bring in the different teams and look at them and say to yourself. But while we are there, I'm getting close to where we would have a conversation around your comments in the comment section. So please don't be angry with me. Let's just go straight now to your the comment section. But before we do that, let's not forget that we've not talked about transfer. So a whole lot to talk about today, a whole lot to unpack. So we want to add a little bit of extra time to the show. So let's go to the transfer gossip and see who is in the market. Have you seen anybody in this Euros that makes you say, okay, no, my club should change their mind. I think we should go for this player or go for that player. Manchester United, Arsenal, Manchester City, and Bayern Munich have all expressed interest in 21-year-old Netherlands and Paris Saint-Germain forward Xavi Simons. He's been in the lips of everybody, but the question I keep asking when I hear people going for this player is, do you think that Paris Saint-Germain want to sell him? Because this is a club that doesn't need the money, right? And clubs that doesn't need money always struggle to sell players. They will tell you, no, we don't care. Liverpool have had a 50 million euros, which is 42 million pass offer for Lyon's French defender Lenny Euro, 18 years of age, rejected. I know that money will not be enough. He's got great potential. He looks good. I think that in 3 or 4 years, he would be better. This is my prediction for him, or my projection. The trajectory of his game tells me he will be better than William Saliba. But hey, it is up to him to deliver. Okay, but I think he's got everything to be that. If he stays away from injury, stay focused, keep playing his game. But for as long as Real Madrid are in the conversation, I think that Lenny Euro, Liverpool, the liberals are laboring in vain right now. They will just be pushing on till Real Madrid get out of the conversation. That's my thought anyway. Anything is possible. Bayern Munich pursuit of Chelsea and England defender Levi Kovac 21 has gone cold, with German side considering any potential transfer fee to be too high. Manchester City will not accept a fee lower than 25 million pounds for Portugal defender João Cancelo, 30 years of age, with Barcelona interested in signing him on a permanent deal after a loan spell. Everything are looking at Hull City's English defender Jacob Graves, yes, 23, as a possible replacement for their England centre-back Jared Braithwaite, 21, if he leaves this summer. Okay, Tottenham Hotspur, Man United, and a few other clubs are looking for Jared Braithwaite. Let's see how I go. Bayern Munich have not managed to agree a new deal with Canada left-back Alphonso David, who has been linked with Real Madrid, but are planning to sell the 23-year-old and allow him to enter the final year of his contract. Okay, so they are not planning to sell him. They will let him get into the final year of his contract and see how it goes. Let's see how that one goes for them anyway. If he works for them, it's their business. Aston Villa are keeping tabs on Leicester's Nigerian striker Kelechi Iheanacho, 27, as he prepares to leave the Foxes this summer on a free transfer. Aston Villa are also in daily contact with Chelsea over a move for 22-year-old left fullback Ian Matheson, who is part of the Netherlands squad at the Euro 2024 in Germany. Ipswich Town, Southampton, Leicester all promoted, and Leeds failed to get promotion. Among the clubs interested in signing 26-year-old Wales and Tottenham defender Joe Rondon. Let's hope he goes to the place where he will play good football and grow his game. But then he's 26 years of age. If your game is not grown, I don't know when it will grow again. Okay, Tottenham Hotspur are among the clubs to have held initial talks over signing Italy and Bologna defender Riccardo Calafiori, 22, according to cut-off side. Aston Villa's full focus remains on finalizing a swap deal with Juventus involving Brazilian midfielder Douglas Luiz. Every time I see this news, my heart breaks, because I thought that that's a guy that will complete the Arsenal midfield, and then Arsenal will not go and look for a striker. But hey, unfortunately, money talk bullshit work, and Juventus have resources like players to swap, so it works well. Despite recent links to a move for 22-year-old Everton and Belgian midfielder Amadou Onana, that might end up being the player that Arsenal will sign. Inter Milan president Giuseppe Morata says the contract renewal of Argentine striker Lautaro Martinez is all but done, and the only thing missing is the 26-year-old signature. Well, when that signature is not there, it's not done. Roma are targeting a move for 35-year-old German defender Max Hummels, whose departure from Borussia Dortmund under a cloud has been confirmed. Well, whatever it is, you've heard all of that transfer talk, all of the rumors. Let's go straight and run through your comments. Thank you very much for everyone who click on the like button. Thank you very much for those also who have clicked on the subscribe button. Please do want to subscribe to the channel if you haven't, but for those of you who have subscribed already, thank you very much for being part of it. You can also join the membership pool of our channel. God bless you for being always a part of the channel. Let's see how your messages have come in. Adewale Sakasi, good morning, boss. Hope everyone is okay. Yes, it is. Funny JK says good morning. It's Tosilima, they say good morning, and good people, good to be back today. Let me say, boss Mingo Vredo, Those say good morning. Latif Lasisi say good morning to you. Demola, you know how these people that are new people, sharp. You know, a lot of people, so I have to respond to it. Demola Abedi Brian say, let's ride on. I think Osimhen go too far with the video, sharp. That's too much. Just this says, now serious misguided missile. Wonder what warrant the rant. It was wrongly done and not timely. He could have issued a press statement through his media team. Does he have a media team, or leaked his own version through another media? Unfortunately, it doesn't have. So Arola Odeji says now Osimhen has wrongly accused Finidi and any disciplinary action to be meted at. That's the NFF to judge. Unfortunately, Finidi have resigned, so you would have thought that okay, it's the coach that would discipline him. But in cases like this, it's the NFF that would decide, because a new coach will come in and we don't know what the new coach will decide. And if the new coach comes in and they decide that Osimhen is the man I build my team around, you are not going to be able to say no, we don't want Osimhen. No. I think once the new coach comes in and takes a decision, we will take it. It doesn't mean that we forget what he has done or what he has said. The problem with what Osimhen has done is that there is an arrow now on him. As much as he is loved, just like what happened in Italy when he got angry in training and threw down his babe, walked out of the training, and then he was fined and asked to apologize, and he came back. They did it in-house anyway, but I mean the story is still leaked. The thing with that is that he went from the most loved player in Napoli to one of the most hated player in Napoli. Now, what this does for Osimhen is also still one of the most loved players. I mean, come on, you can't question his passion, his the commitment to play. But now, fingers will be counting his mistake. Analysis of him. This is a consequence of this action, because again, he's done it to a player that is loved by all. Finidi George may have failed as a coach, but as a player, he's a stainless guy. He's a loved guy. He's loved by both the establishment, the middle class, and we, the peasants of football, the fans, and everybody. What this does now is that there will be what I call critical analysis of Victor Osimhen. The overly, high praise on him will tune down. This is what he's done. And when it starts happening, he doesn't need to get angry. Obviously, like he said, he gets coconutted, he might get angry. But unfortunately, nobody really gives a damn about that, because he brought this one. My people go say, if person will bring anti-infested firewood to the mud, now he invite lizard and all other creatures to come and feast. So they shouldn't complain. He invited this one. Now the scrutiny on him is going to be very high. Any bad game, Osimhen will have bad game and people will overlook him. Now that's not going to happen anymore. Any bad game, the Nigerian fans that are always on his back to push him, to support him, to defend him, will be asking questions, because this is how life is. When you say when you have a friend and you visit them and you see how they treat their wife or their house help, you're saying to yourself, this guy, do I really know this person? If this is who they are, they might do it to me one day, right? So that's what, naturally, this is what's going to happen with Victor Osimhen. So when it starts happening, he shouldn't be angry, because it's going to happen. It's going to come. He's not going to have excellent games, game after game. He's going to have some bad games, and Jesus, boy, would they tear into him? They would. And God help him. Woe betide him that this team does not qualify for the World Cup. This World Cup, that is the Jackpot World Cup. Okay? World Cup. Many people have started registering with Nigerian Supporters Club. I know how many people have called me, say, how do I join Nigerian Supporters Club? Many people from different states. I know the plan. Okay? And they've been trying to register and become members of Supporters Club. You know how it is with the Supporters Club. If you're going to tournament, two things. One, if you're a consistent member, first, your name is on that list. Secondly, if you can pay, so you're not a liability to them if they don't get sponsors, your name is on the list. Many people are hoping to use that. So imagine Super Eagles not qualifying. Ooh, sir. Oh, God. So that criticism will come. But again, this is what I always say. Hate him or love him, he is Victor Osimhen. There was once upon a time where he might be number one on the jersey, but he might be number 9 on the jersey, but he's number 1 in our hearts. And if he comes out and swinging, putting up good performance, I think he deserves that love. Will I be saying associating myself with him? No, I wouldn't, because that if you do your coach that, you're going to treat me even worse. I'm not related to you, so I like to put myself in the distance. I know where this type of thing goes. We're like, okay, it's not me. If we need a judge, we could do it to me tomorrow. So I like to keep myself in the distance, so that if you come at me, I always say to people, Attack me with care. I get the microphone, I get social media. I can take 1 year to do shows about you. Go and ask. I fight war for a living. I don't start it, but I fight war for a living. So I like to put myself in a distance where I'm supposed to get my respect. So I think that that's going to happen to him. And unfortunately, how the NFF decides to handle that discipline, that misguided action, pressing on the atomic bomb is their business. It's not mine. But I think that right now, NFF have 99 problem. Disciplining only it's not one of them. Okay, just borrowing from Qatar song. 99 problem. Okay, you don't know who Qatar is. That is Jay-Z. Okay, the one that everybody say. I think I've read that one. Arola, did you say now Osimhen? Okay, I think I've read that one. Look at that show. Me says good morning, good to see you back. I searched and searched for your reactions since Saturday when the basketballs were happening. Thank God we are here today. I chose not to because I noticed that the evening show does not get enough attendance, and I don't want to be repeating myself like every single day, so I felt it would be good to have it today. Since 9 football say congrats to Rangers Sporting Lagos. I don't see them surviving at Ibadan. As for Osimhen, he should have done things differently. Raji Moshud says make Osimhen shall make public apology. If not, it's a bad precedent. The NFF should not allow, just like he said, Super Eagles not be anybody Papa house. Yes, Godwin Ngozi one. Ngozi patience. Okay, it's a greetings, celebrate greetings to you. Jerry Sampson say, bro, sir, good morning. NFF chairman should be sacked immediately. Unfortunately, you can't sack the NFF chairman, and it's not NFF, it's NFF. You can't sack him. So your suggestion is taken out of the conversation. 69 football say, I am tired to see our abroad-based football experts who are quick to post about the MPFL whenever something bad happens in the league, but ignore the good things that are happening. Listen, I see people say my DM is full with this thing that you just said, but let me explain it to you. You people are also at fault. Most times you people come here and pretend like you really love the league, but the statistics says otherwise. If this show starts and I put an MPFL picture on my thumbnail and the conversation is around the MPFL, we'll have like 5 or 6 or 10, maximum 15 people on it. People will just come in here and leave because we're talking about the MPFL. We create a content and it cost me 11.6 million naira to travel around Nigeria to create it. My own money, not like it was supposed to give me my money, my profit from producing the league last season. Okay? And I said, no, let's add some extra value to it. I can put that money for pocket. I'm driving a rickety car that doesn't even have AC, that is, falling apart every day. 11 million, I could buy a car. In the middle of spending another 11 plus, almost 15 million, for those brain surgery and all that, right? And I put it into production of the league. Content called around the PFA. You guys have seen it. Go and check. There is not a single one of that content that have up to 2,000 views. Done on Finidi Silichuku when he was in Plateau United, Abdul Maikaba. There are some we did that I just told my producer, don't worry yourself putting it up because it doesn't make sense. So if these guys realize that the thing that gives traction, see, YouTube is not terrestrial radio. Social media is about numbers, right? As it is today, nobody cares about my analysis. Toby Puja have over 100,000 followers on Twitter. That makes them, by any count, that makes them better than me in the game. You know why? In that place where I lost my Twitter, when my Twitter handle was hacked, and people thought that this is my first YouTube channel. This is not my first YouTube channel. My first YouTube channel was hacked as well, and we had to restart again. The world does not wait for me. The world does not wait. In that 2 years where I was angry and I hoping that I was going to get it, I know hack it, who say hackers or hack it, I was going to get it. I didn't get it. The world moved on, right? Now I started afresh. My numbers, imagine me on Twitter, I now get up to 10,000 followers. My YouTube is 15,000 and, let me check the current number. 15,248. Just take 49 now. If one person just subscribe. Just look at that. And then you think that somebody is going to rate my channel higher. A neutral person is going to rate my channel higher than FanStripe. No. So the point is, if you guys who love the MPFA have shown enough engagement, leave the people that are doing the wrong thing. It's biblical. Jesus said, leave the person who go plant thorns. They will grow together. We will separate the chaff from the wheat when the time comes. Right? If you guys give the people who are producing content around the league I know how many MPFL content creators who are telling me, bros, Baba, I'm not interested in it. Because some of them, I'm going to buy microphone for them, some of them, I'm going to give them money to try. That's me, like, standing at the top of the pyramid. But even me, I'm fed up. Do you think that the other people not like to do? If you guys give them reason to do content, look at all the content creators in England. Let's use England. There is no one doing content on the national team. All their content is based around club. Even when they talk about Euro, they discuss Euro from the perspective of the player in their club, the AFTV, DRO, United Stand, all of that. Euro is going on their focus on transfer and the shenanigans that's going on around their club. If we do that here in Nigeria, we're not going to engage them. So what do you really think that a content creator who spends that money and is not getting the return? Okay, let me give you a good example. 1 million views. If you're a content creator from Nigeria, look at it, 1 million views will give you just $1,000. If you're a content creator from UK, 1 million views will give you 8,000 euros. Think about it for a minute. If the fight in Enugu will give him traction, would he not do it? He's not doing it because he likes it, but he's doing it because that's what pays the bills. Okay? Because the worst thing a content creator can do, if for instance I do not have a group of people, Kenny P, Linda, Peter, we're not there, all of these people who are like, oh, we are behind you, Johnny Gaffa, what's it called, Bobby Okubo, all of these guys say we are behind you, we'll send you money, push you on. You really think so? I never phone up to them, I'm going to do exactly what those people will do there. You know, to relocate now. It doesn't take intelligence to relocate. Any dumb person can relocate abroad. You think they say all those guys where they do Italy, France, Belgium, and all they talk about from morning till night on their social media place is fake and tutu. They see them. They see their kind of numbers. You think that some of them don't want to do them. They started out doing reasonable things and they noticed that nobody's interested. So okay, now these some people they follow. Let's knock them down now. Go put them down. So that's exactly what the market has shown. Anybody who's doing business do what they call market survey. And what your market needs is what you do. And people still tell me that I'm foolish, that I'm selling content to myself. I'm doing what I like. That the era of doing good content is gone. Just be foolish and then your numbers will skyrocket and then later you can use it to do what you want to do. So now blame them. No blame them at all. 69 football, not blame them. Ayadeji say with England's performance yesterday, any big team they play in the knockouts may send them home, but it's just the first game. Let's see how they do in their next game. The funny thing about football is you can start poorly and progress and grow in tournament. We've seen it with almost everybody. Italy, the last Euros, Spain in 2010, Nigeria in 2013, Denmark. We've seen it. So in tournament, I don't judge people like that. I think that, okay, when you play badly, you lose, then we can criticize you. If you play that bad and you are able to win, it's the hallmark of a good team. So Alex Ferguson used to do it, to say when they play bad, what making a great coach is that when even they play bad, Man United still manage to get results. The fact that they picked up 3 points, which is the requirement at this stage, it's important. Whether if you score 10 goals in your first game and then you lose the other 2 games and you get knocked out, who cares? Nobody cares about that one. So I think it is okay. Rajim should say the LMC should have made the league title and medal presentation available in Enugu yesterday, as it's their last home game of the season. I think it started. It's standard practice across the world, or am I wrong? You're right. Unfortunately, you have a Legole and Division No women running football who have no clue, absolutely no clue about what it takes to run football. They are just there to collect the 50 million that comes every month for them to gallivant with. They really don't understand what it takes, because it's not as if they didn't know. They know that, okay, this is the moment that they need. The governor is going to be there. A lot of fans are going to be there. This is a moment this is a picture moment. This is something that would even promote the league more. But hey, those guys are those guys. They will do what they know how to do. I'm practically giving up on them, so I'm not even saying anything. Lord Mayor said if Foden goes again, well, he doesn't really play that well in the national team, and I think that they play him out of position. I'm not making excuses for him, but I think that if Foden doesn't shine in the national team like he does for City, and I'm not saying he's a system player. I don't even know what that means. Okay, I don't know what that means, but I've heard a lot of analysts use it system player. I don't know what it means, but I just think that sometimes when you have an English coach, this is personal now, when you have an English coach on the bench of a team, whether it's a national team or a club, I expect less. The last time I saw an English coach, manager, and I respected him, His name was Sir Bobby Robson. After that time, they just don't know how to do it. And then again, the English players, all by themselves, without any foreign influence around them, don't play that too well. But they've been doing well under Garasagi. Garasagi is going to go down as one of the most successful English manager. Unfortunately, they all don't win anything. Okay, after 1966, that they bullied everybody and robbed everybody to win, they all don't win anything. So you cannot say Garasagi is better than this one or that one is better than Garasagi. They all don't win anything, whether at club level, at national team level. They all don't win anything. England managers are good with this crap. That's what they are good at. So I'm not even going to bother myself about them. 69. No. Where do I start? Where did I stop? Obari Gere says, "Good morning, boss. Good morning to you. What is your take on Victor Osimhen's action?" I think I've done that. 69 football. They were not sure of them winning the league. If Remo had won it, you should be there. When Arsenal had to play their last game against, who did they play in the last game now? Everton, and Man City was playing their last game against. Was it? Who did they play in the last game? Is it? I forgot about. Either ways, they took a direct replica of the title to Etihad Stadium, and another one was at the Emirates. So whatever happens, title medals must be presented, right? You're not going to go present medals to Enugu Rangers when they go play away. It doesn't even make sense. If they win the title at home, present it to them. Now you're going to present it away for them. Their fans are not going to be there to savor it. It's not good, not for Enugu Rangers, but it's not good for the league. When you run a league as an administrator, you should be proactive. The marketing of the league, the branding, the optics should matter to you. Why do I invest all this money in these lights? Because I want the optics to be good. Even as it is, I think it's not good enough, but at a barest minimum, it should be that. So when it comes to managing the league, you should have the optics in mind. How would people see my league? I always put it that way. How will people see my league? What's the chance? You should sense opportunity as you go. But whoa, this is a big opportunity for marketing, for branding, all of the sponsors, that big banner behind winners or champions, whatever it is, champions, right? All of those things, the whole presentation, the whole activities to show again that we are up to the game. Win people's heart over by your proactive actions. But hey, it is we are where we are anyway. So I'm not really surprised that they did that. Totally, they say Harry Kane dropped too deep when he was not getting the support. It's because Jude Bellingham, if you look at the England team, Jude Bellingham was supposed to swap with him when he drops swap. Since he encountered Mourinho, he now thinks that he's both a 9 and a sub 10, right? So sometimes he just try to overwork himself, especially with the national team. But then when you play for England, you want to overdo sometimes because you just feel like in their head, like the way we think of the Super Eagles, in the array of the stars that we have, why are we not winning things? Let's prove that we can. Well, the way the road is paved for this Euro, they will beat France in the semi-finals. England will beat France in the semi-final. The way the road is paved already, they are coming unless France get knocked out or England get knocked out. But the train will collide in the semi-finals. Then we shall see. If they beat France, anybody will beat France come up for this tournament should be good enough to win it, but we shall see. Rajamo should say, what's your honest take on the issues of Beyond Limit promotion to the MPFL, considering they have their senior team, Remo Stars in the MPFL, and same owner? Can slots be sold and bought in the MPFL? What they've done, the people have bought and sold slots in the past before. My problem, I didn't have a problem with it until somebody came out and made a comment and said that the club have different CEOs. That was the problem. Remo Stars have collected praise for all of the good work that Beyond Limit have been doing. Oh, our feeder team, our under 17 team. You cannot get promotion and all of a sudden you say, no, they are not the same team. That for me is childish. Again, people have used the state conversation that, Abia State have 2 teams, this one have 2 teams. Listen, a state can actually have 2 teams by FIFA, CAF licensing rules, but an individual cannot. That's the difference. Because if you look, I have not seen any time where Abia Warriors did a by favor. If you follow Nigerian football, you will know that. I've never seen Dolphins and Sharks. I played for those 2 teams. They've never done each other a favor. Even when Jesus Christ, go and read this book. There's a story. The people that want book never call collect and book. Go and read this book. There's a story in this book, that exemplified that. They beg Dolphins, made them lose to Rivers United. My brother, I mean, it's not easy. So, but whatever they decide, we will see. I'm waiting. I've put a call through to the MPFL. I've spoken to them. I've given them my own advice, my own opinion on it. I love what Remo Stars represent in the league. I love them. I'm sad to see Sporting Lagos going down, but what is good is good. There's no right way of doing the wrong thing. Remo Stars and Beyond Limits playing together with the same owner in the MPFL is an interregnum. It's a rape on the league. It's not good for the optics. I don't care how they want to explain it. People are not taking it to tribe. I've seen a lot of people when I meet my people bringing tribal connotation, which is a very big problem in Nigeria. It's like, because now Yoruba team, that's what I'm talking about. What's it concern Yoruba team? It's not good. Is it even good for coalition to invest that money on two teams in the league? It doesn't make sense. Sometimes people just Nigeria the road far. I don't know that you say there was no supply to Kane yesterday. Further needs to be moved closer to goal so he can do his magic. If not, they only rely on Saka's magic. Dusty says did Finidi actually say this? He never said those words. This was what happened in the meeting, okay? And people should understand. Finidi was asked why was Osimhen not invited by the minister? And that's the minister is asking for technical report. At that time, he did not know that Osimhen is injured. It was sports minister. Well, he now said if Osimhen is injured, and they spoke while he was in Germany, and he asked him to stay with his family, which is fine. And then they talked about the conversation now veered off into commitment of players. He should measure the commitment of players and all that. And he said, I will not beg any player to play for the Eagles. I played for these Eagles before, and nobody begged me to play. I will not beg any player. I think that people who were in that meeting, all those rats, I call them rats, people who are like aides of ministers, people who have access to places that they have no business having access to, people who, because they are professional eye service mongers, okay? Politicians do not like real people who will tell them the truth. They like people who tell them, Baba, you are the best, Baba, you are the man, You saw on Democracy Day, our president was lagging here and there, people were still hailing him. Your man was like foolishness, like hypocrisy. But hey, I think those people came out and mixed up all the words together. My anger was with the media that put that out. And when Osimhen started, I reached out to Musa, I reached out to Betty Boy, what's his name? Odia Gallo yesterday. I'm like, guy, tell this boy to take this thing down. Somebody, they listen to me, so I never want. You see, he was chatting on somebody that was calling in on the live. So I know, man, if they know their circle. I think it was Musa that eventually got to him and told him because it was also Salah. These guys have their own things to do. But hey, reached out to him and he took it down. But long story short, the Finidi judge never said that because they had a very long conversation and a perfect understanding. The thing is, in all of this, I've been talking to Finidi like minute by minute. Even the whole conversation about bringing a new coach, in that 3 hours of that meeting, nobody told Finidi judge that, Finidi, we're going to get another coach in that meeting. He left, he went to the airport, flew to Port Harcourt. He landed in Port Harcourt, and I told him, hey, how far now? They don't tell you that to bring in a new coach. You go work with the new coach or you go step aside. And he was like, no, nobody told him that's not what they discussed. They just tried to do a post-mortem of the game and try to find a way forward and look at how, there's a need to beef the team with other players. And he said that there was no need. The players that he got are good. If they will beat them, they will stay. But it's just bad result that happened on. And I said, no, that's not the release. The story now don't change. He said, I'm not going to talk to the president. I said, okay, now go check online. So when he checked online, he came back. I mean, we had a long conversation. Some on call, some chatting, depends on the situation was. And then when the Osimhen story came out, first it was this which one score so that broke that story. I was like, I just reached out to him. I was like, bros, how far? How you go throw Osimhen under the bus for match where no play? You don't like having the doubt. He said, God forbid. Then the first thing he said to me is like, you've known me for almost 30 years. You think that's the kind of thing that I would do? So I saw the foolishness on my part. Like on my part, okay. I missed this one. I apologize to myself. No, I don't think you will do it, but pressure can make people do anything. He said, no, not me. The me that you know, do you think I would do that? I'm like, boss, not the verse, but the story is everywhere. So he said, no, he didn't say that. They didn't even discuss that. There was no negative comment about Osimhen. It's okay, no problem. So I was angry with the news media that when they're like, okay, why are you guys throwing this boy under the bus again? Why is his name getting mentioned? He wasn't invited. He didn't have anything to do. This is how during the World Cup qualifiers, because he made a bicycle kick, Victor Koba, who happens to be my big brother again, why am I getting involved with all these people that are somewhat close to me? Started that conversation on Super Sports, and Osimhen reacted. And I was like, okay, on this one, I'm with Osimhen on this one because I don't see why you should blame somebody for making a bicycle kick. Because he could have also gone with his head and still missed the target. The goalkeeper could have saved it, okay? The entire team didn't just play well, didn't click, okay? But I don't like scapegoating one person in a match. There are times when people play badly, this guy tactically wasn't good, he was bad, but, not the guy who was pulling more weight. But on this one, I was sad with the release on media. And then when he started calling Finidi, no, nobody does this. Even Finidi is the most useless person. Players don't attack coaches. It's an unwritten code in football. You only do that when you have left. Even them Zlatan way they do it, so people are not happy with them. Yes, people don't take them serious for doing that shit. It's not good. You don't do it. It's only going to reflect badly on you. I mean, people have worked out to build this your brand. This brand is going to suffer. Ask them terrible words. That's how they did. They were attacking Onigbo. Onigbo might not be a big portion in the scheme of things, but then he ended up taking it to Kazakhstan. I mean, the club he played for, he said that we know how it ended. We're not going to get to that. No, that behavior is not a good behavior. But people they see it, and I mean, Osimhen is Osimhen. He would carry the can. I'm not sure I'm going to bear the burden for him. Tosin Lemade say Phil Foden plays better in the middle, putting him on the right. It was not on the right, it was on the left, made him fizzle out. It was Bukayo Saka that was on the right. Temitope Adeola say, while I agree with Osimhen that Osimhen should tender an unreserved apology using the same Instagram live for justice sake, let the athletes that publish the fake news also be prosecuted and pay a fine. That's the best way. And for me, that's the best way to go about it. It's a suggestion that I also made, but people are you're attacking us in media, you're always taking us down. You're one of us, but you're acting like you're not one of us. No, if we not be responsible to Namok, we also. That's why I always tell people, I need to do breaking news. This channel will not do breaking news. I have seen a grown man announce on his show where I used to work, say somebody died on Saturday. By Monday, the person and his sister comes to you. So, I see when you kill and bury me. That day, I know that when I set up my own outfit, I would never do breaking news. I'm not the first to do this. Don't worry, I'm an analyst. I will analyze the news later. The only thing I can say, I agree fully that there is no Nigerian coach that can coach a Super Eagles. I tell another time, I say I don't narrate them. Say that for you that promote the MPFA, you don't want Nigerian coach to prosper. You don't go faith. The type of ego they say the Super Eagles. If a white man they coach Super Eagles before, even if a white man talk that away. They accuse Finidi of it. So if you do that video, talk that nonsense. Lami say, money bro, Amunike go sit down for one corner, they laugh. No, if in the laugh, now himself in the laugh. Because if he had gotten the job, he would have done worse. Amunike did not qualify under 17. Amunike went to coach in Egypt, small club, and he was told to go back to school. He coached in Tanzania, he was fired. So the idea that Amunike would laugh is always making. Was Amunike not seconded to the team to qualify for the World Cup and they failed woefully? I mean, I won't forget it. Wednesday they sing the song of our mother that we are forgetting it. See that way they laugh. Laugh how now? You could say he dodged the bullet, but he would have still failed woefully. There is no Nigerian that can coach the current Super Eagles. Olatunji Mane say, I get that NFF doesn't have money, and I believe you, but how is it that Raw joins Benin and they've been able to pay him and owe him wise? We can't do that. Is that also due to lack of funds? You don't understand how football works in Nigeria. In every other countries in Africa, government have a special intervention, like a special fund for their national team. Let me simplify it for you. I am part of the Nigerian team that goes every year to Germany for the Bayern Youth Cup. since 2019. That's when we signed that partnership. So when people are wondering how I am able, small media like me is able to bring the Bundesliga trophy to Nigeria, Giovanni Eba, it's my partnership with VOA and Bayern Munich. Now hold on, we are responsible for creating their documentaries, interviewing all the players that attend the competition in Nigeria. That's what we do. Whatever money that sustain this thing come from that work. Okay, it's not a regular thing, but I mean the $1,000, $2,000, $5,000 is what keeps us going. Now, Rwanda just joined it. Nigeria have been part of it since 2019. We've registered it with the Ministry of Sports, the different state commissioners of sports, talked to them. The Lagos State have hosted. We talked to Lagos State government. Shola Ekweku is my big ego. We took it to you. The commissioner of sports was Monty Uko. We're taking it to Anambra. We're taking it to Enugu. Tried Port Harcourt and all that. Nobody say okay, take. What happens when you select those 23 players and the crew? Now all of us from our pocket, we sell our liver and our blood to make sure say we get flight ticket. But Rwanda joined in last year. The Rwanda government, this is not their national team, this is just a youth team that is going to play in the Bayern Youth Cup, more like a scouting tournament. Rwandan government put $5 million. This is for you people to do this and see it to a logical conclusion. Not only that, they also employed a German to come coach under 15, under 16 boys for a scouting tournament that is not a national team, but just because they are carrying the national flag to go there. What's my point here is there are people who take football more serious than Nigeria. The problem with most Nigerian fans, and like from the tone of your question, is that you guys think that because Nigeria is big, we fund sports. We don't. That's why when I keep telling people that we're not ready for what we're asking for, people don't understand. Until you come closer enough, you would understand. I told you guys here that for years, the Ministry of Youth and Sports was meshed together. When I said this word, you know they even shock on everybody. You know the pensioner, 98% of the budget of the Ministry for Youth and Sports was allocated to NYC. Does that not already tell you that sports is programmed to fail? That's why the basketball team, because we know football, that's why we're talking football. Basketball team, haven't you noticed in Nigeria, a basketball team qualify for tournament, they pull them out, say the president said they shouldn't go. Are we at war? Why are we not going? You know why? Basketball players are taller. If you want to buy ticket, you buy business class or first class for them. One person's ticket is like times 4. The footballers still fly economy. Basketball players cannot fold their leg like that. That's the reason why Sunday Dare withdrew them and use the president name to lie to everybody. You know why? They just can't raise the money. So this minister is the first minister who is now working independently from Ministry for Youth Development as a sports minister. The budget still never grows, still the template of the old that they are still using to fund sports. So there is really no money. In that same Bayern Youth Cup, India, where they play ball, Indian came and they have a $17 million budget to produce, to run that thing. Nigeria, of all the running around that we do, we're not even to get up to $1 million to raise. Like everybody, when I got my visa, it was a race against time for me to raise money to buy my flight ticket. You know, so that's the real issues that our football is facing. That's the best way to explain it to you. That's why when you see a Tanzanian team perform in the CAF competition, they do better than a Nigerian team. It is funding. Every football. When Italy had proper funding, the Italian league was the best league in the world. The Dutch, they had a proper funding at the time. They were the best league in the world. England now dominate the funding because of the media rights, what they've done with their branding and the sales of the league. You can see that they also dominate. Football not be waiting that they play for field. Now they make up. Now the money where you put, Nigerian league can be the best in Africa once you put the funding in. There is zero funding. You see, you have first of know that football is not a profitable business. Know that and know peace. So you have to have a drawdown that says, oh, we are doing this for the image of our country. And to put us, England have not won anything since 1966. but they are the most talked about league in the world. You know why? Because of their league, not even because of their national team. Every time the English national team goes anywhere, it is more criticism than praise. But their league is people they fight. People will never get international passport. Will never even know. If play carry them now, they face Libya. And tell they say na England they go, they go say na England they go. They fight because of English club, Arsenal, Man U. They brothers are becoming enemy because of their league. So for us, where is that investment? We have not made investment. We only have created a vacuum, a place where ministers come in, the NFF and all the different sporting federations submit their budget. They go to the government, they collect the money from the federation's account, and then they do kill and divide. It's that simple. But you know, when I say NFF is talking it, people look at me like talking here. But eventually they all come true. That's the real problem. It's not, there is no funding, and there is also no law. Why am I getting emotional now? It depends me because I keep repeating myself. There is no law that supports sports development in Nigeria. So even if you're investing in football or sports in Nigeria, you're just wasting your time. You know how many facilities Ahmed Musa built around Nigeria? In any other country, it will be given a return. Did you know here I did an interview with Mario Leo, when Mario Leo said in Germany, the government pays academies for training footballers based on the numbers of players you have in your academy. The reason why is that they believe that with the more training you're giving their players, their citizens, you're reducing the stress on the health facility. So for that, you are giving subsidies from government. Which academies in Nigeria pay to even play to participate in football in Nigeria. So think about that as a Nigerian, as a person, and then you understand where I'm coming from. So when we keep talking to Benin Republic have a location for the. You know that Ghana, for instance, provide the highest allocation for football for their national team in the whole of Africa. Is Ghana the richest country in Africa? It's a matter of priority. Once you understand what your priorities is, then you work with that priority. That's just the way it works. And the only like I say, Amunike would not make any difference. All those clamoring for him will still change the story of the song once it fails. Fred Light says there's always no money with the NFF, but they are building mansions for themselves and buying expensive cars. Oh, that's not true. That's not true. Let's look at the last cycle of presidents of the NFF. Megari 2006, Sani Lulu, Galadima 2006, Sani Lulu, then Megari, then Amaju. Amaju was the commissioner of sports for 8 years in one of the richest states in Nigeria. One and know that one and no peace. No, first know that one and no peace. Amaju have more than 15 houseboats in Escravos. And then, so some of the things that we say, we then misrepresent facts, called the cause problem. What the NFF gives you is an opportunity to network with a global a hierarchy of people for personal gain. But not everybody feel they use them. Some little there for Kogina, it be like beggar. They can be like Bureau de Change operator. And say from Galadima. So not be everybody. The thing is, Amaju is smarter than his peers. Now put it. There is. I can beat my chest and tell you here that it is not possible for NFL president to steal money. And when I said this, what are you saying? No, Gusona, my guy. It is impossible for the president of the NFF to steal money because you steal money where there is money. Now, money not the NFF. Now, let's do this mathematics so that some of us will have peace or understanding. The FIFA gives us, it's not up to, but let's just, for the sake of this argument, FIFA gives us $1 million every year for development, right? The Super Eagles, one Super Eagles game is between 250 million to 300 million. Home or away. And you have the Super Eagles, you have the Falcons. So let's stay with the 6 teams. Let's move on to 23 because they're not a regular team. You have the Super Eagles, the Falcons, and then the Falconets. You have the Falcons, the Falconets, the Flamingos, and the Falconets, right? Then you have the Super Eagles, the under-20s, and the under-17s, right? Now, remember that flight ticket is the same, whether you are 17 years or you are 20 years. That one is the same. Most times we go on charter flight. Some other times we book like everybody, you carry them like that. Just join, right? Collective. all of those money, when you deduct them from that FIFA money and then the intervention fund that come from government, you now realize that we are always going to be in deficit. In accounting, I'm a science student, but I know a little bit of account. That book, if you did accounting like in junior secondary school, there's a book or a subject allocated to it called the ledger. What is the ledger? It is the principal book of account. What is the principal book of account about? It is about profit and loss, right? Where you tabulate your profits and your losses. Why do poor nations stay poor? Their losses is more than their profit. In other words, in layman terms, when outflow exceeds inflow, you are what? In deficit. When inflow exceed outflow, you are in profit. Unfortunately, the way our football is structured, outflow is always superseding, dominating, overpowering inflow. That's why me and you, we are also poor. The bills wey we dey pay plenty pass the salary wey we dey earn. So even though we dey work hard, we no dey fit dey get balance. You think all of us no get idea of investment, where to put money in real estate, in farming, in agriculture, in export and the rest. But when you never pay school fees, when you never pay mama yadari or yalati the money wey you dey owe, by the time the money come, you don't, everything don't come out, direct debit here and there. That's the reason. So it's the same thing with the NFF. You say, oh, they give you 2 million right now. 3 years of debt wey you dey owe, as that 3 million come, now you are paying. Oh, yeah, you take this one, coaches wey you dey owe, pay. You pay down. You are right now. Haven't you noticed that in 80% of families, your father is always angry on payday? Have you asked yourself why that is? Because on our expense is more than the income. That's why men are sad on salary day than they are in any other day. That's the reason why. It's the same principle that applies to the NFL. So when people say, oh, they are building houses, which house? Build which house? House people get before they come in. So those are some of the things you must look at. Does the NFF position, the NFF president position, provide you opportunity to grow yourself as a person? Yes. Does it provide you opportunity to network? Yes. But again, you have to be good at networking. Because I've seen many people who after they come out for NFF, they are poorer. They be like people who win lottery. So let's know that and know please. Faith Light said, where is Amaju Penny Company or businesses? Amaju have brand Hill Investment. Now I know this because I'm closer to him and I have known him. Amaju started running business when he was in Uniben. He was an entertainment. See, we used to mock Amaju. Amaju learned how to drive in my brother's car, my brother's Mercedes Benz. So I know Amaju like to the very a bedroom, his wife, Julie, children. I know Amaju don't do business since. Now let me flash your mind back. When Nigeria hosted the World Cup in 1999, the World Youth Championship in 1999, I don't know how old you do. Amaju was the attaché to FIFA president Sepp Blatter at the time. Let's move away from there. Amaju was Ibori's boy, like when they say boy, inner circle. He was the guy who runs around, he was a fixer. He was the Olivia for Ibori for 8 years. Amaju's elder sister is the wife to the former governor of Delta State, Oduwaga. So let's start talking about money and understanding the track of money before we jump into conclusion. Amaju became the commissioner of sports. It was under Amaju that almost all those stadiums that were built in Ughelli, Ole, Warri were built. And just think about it for a minute. The way these things are done is you have your finder's fee of 30% contract. Amaju have been doing business since forever. Oil and gas, entertainment, logistics. Amaju don't they rent private jet for people since 2007, 2008, 2009. So if that does not guarantee him money, plus the part that played a very key role in politics, my dear, NFF, no go fit. If NFF they make people they rich, or they make Lulu, the rest of them, therefore they rich. They are broke. So first off, where do you even take the money from? How much does it cost to build a house or to buy a property in Parkview? The old 8 years that Amaju stayed there, Amaju have had that house like years before he went into the NFF. So I'm not holding brief for him, but I'm just trying to clear, because so you don't say, oh, now it have a show. The same way people say Finidi talk, say now it have a show for here and somebody talk and have no disprove him. No. Even this Gusona, I know when he will leave, people will say, "Oh, you don't take money. Where the money? Where's the money?" Do you know how money comes to the FA? Now, federal government, they pay directly to players. Their match bonus. Just know what the FA does is they tabulate who came, who play, and who no play, who is entitled to money, and they send to the federal government. They send to the minister. The minister minutes on it and send to the Minister of Finance. The Minister of Finance minutes on it and send to the Accountant General of the Federation. I'm just telling you how money comes to these players, and then that money now, that document now gets to CBN. This is the process where match bonuses are delayed. In that chain, it could take months because there are other files that are coming. So it could take months. Then it gets to there, they now say, oh, the one that happened to the former Eiba, John Noble, former Eiba player, and it happened to me recently. Somebody sent me money from Europe. I gave him my personal dollar account, but we've done business before with my company account. But it wasn't a company transaction with my personal deal. It now put my name, my company name, GPF Media Limited, and then I put my personal account number. The money entered Nigeria $1,250. The money entered Nigeria just did it, but it not enter my account. We have to tell them to recall after 2 weeks. As I stood sitting here, we're still waiting for the money. After 2 weeks, which was like 2 days ago, they have bank holiday, they have their own holiday. We also have our own holidays here. So I'm just trying to explain that to you. So that's how money is paid in the Nigerian football structure. And a lot of people don't understand this. Oh, we think that thing that happened when I was playing football, where the chairman will come carry money, they give it for. No. We think that that's what happened. They carry money, give the NFF president, or you begin share dollar. And Allah, that's not how it happens. Even look at the athletes that went to the All African Games. All money came from the federal government. Some people didn't get their money because they're not even set up. You are an athlete, you're playing for national team, you're not set up a dollar account. The one they pay you in naira, but the money you're earning is in dollar. How are they going to pay naira into a dollar into naira account? All of those things cause problem. And as they miss that payment schedule, you have to go through another cycle of payment schedule. That's how it works. If you work in the corporate system, you know that's how it works. There's a payment schedule. Once you pass that one, my brother, you will wait for the next one. It's that simple. What's it called? Ele Regina said, boss, why was Boniface bench, please? He was one of the early players in camp. I still don't know. I know for the first game he had a knock, but I don't think that knock was good enough to bench him. In short, it was my biggest anger that why would the player who come early not get to start? But coach came out and said for tactical reason. Am I the coach? No, I have to accept him for that. Temita Padella said, I think Lukman has a good reason for coming late. Okay, let's keep giving good reasons. Marvin Barry say, good morning, bro. You are doing a great job. One love, bro. Thank you very much. Borokiri Emmanuel, my guy, investment of Vendo. 2 runs don't make it right. Osimhen was wrong. No matter what Finidi has said, Finidi did this thing. Osimhen would have handled it differently. Like my mama go always talk, there are different ways to kill a rat. Oh, Jesus Christ. You just choose to bring Mamsi into this conversation this morning, Abi. You're fished. Ellen Regina said, Temitope Adiola, that's why he shouldn't have started. Temitope Adiola say, I agree with you, though. Adewale Saka say, how would the Super Eagles get better if you are not involved? Now, they make them better before. I'm not very much friendship. Raji Moshidi say, I honestly, other sports don't neglect them if the funds come in. Temitope Adiola says, Adewale Saka, we can easily turn to football fans tribe. Okay, that's actually true. Okay, man, say to know tactics and gather experience during our playing days, no day enough. We need a lack man management skill. It needs to work on that. The age we are now, when you clap at these boys, they will clap back. Okay, Jerry Sampson say, please, what's the name of Toby YouTube channel or Twitter space so I can watch? I think if you're on Twitter, if you're following me or following Toby Adepoju, when the Twitter space starts tonight, you would see it. What's the send me banner for it? I'm trying to see. Sorry guys, let me try sort that one out. Toby Adepoju. Okay, the football booth. Okay, is the football booth. This is the Twitter space. Ogala Media. That's his Twitter handle. So you can follow him on Twitter. Follow me. Follow Chena Cheru. All of us will be on the Twitters, and then you can take it from there. Lord Mayor say, boss, do you think the Super Eagles teams are lacking leaders in the team? Yes, they are. They are lacking leaders, but they are a bunch of people that cannot be led. You know, when they say a brood of vipers in the Bible, there are a bunch of people that cannot be led. It's one thing is to lack leadership. You know that thing they talk to say you are teachable or not teachable. I think we have a group of people that are not teachable in the team. Look at the Super Eagles carefully, and one of the things you would observe between 2013 and now, this is about the next coach is going to be like the 8th or 9th coach that we've had. All of them keep being bad. My question to you is that if your uncle marry first wife, say the wife not good to divorce, and marry second wife, the wife not good to divorce, and marry third wife, say the wife not good to divorce, and by the time he won't marry, he call on her for the fourth wife, and I go go the marriage. And I never already know say the marriage go end in divorce, and then our uncle not really bad, but no one accept say they bad. At some point, we have to point the finger inward and say no, now the Super Eagles, and the players they bad. The coaches cannot all be bad. Sasa is bad. He didn't qualify us for 2 Nations Cup. Olise is bad. Iguavo is bad. Ganatrov after 5 years was bad. Iguavo came back again is bad. Joseph Pesero is bad. Finidi George just too much is bad. Who come good? At what point would we say where the coaches are not the problem, the players are the problem? As it is today, Super Eagles are the problem. The players, the problem. And I've been saying this, but I said there's no indigenous coaches. Why did you can't offer me Super Eagles coaching job and I'll take it? Because I know that the players will sabotage you. They will sabotage you. So there's nothing you can do. Now we're speaking English of man management, this one, that one, that one. Jose Mourinho, they saw players and see they go win something for them. Pep Guardiola they treat players like shit. They say they won't title for them. So we should be man management or no man management. If it is, they say, why are you being too disciplined? You're too hard on the players. You know that they are this. England players win the last night. If you see the insult that they receive from everybody, their media, talk sports, everybody they tear into them. If you do that for Nigeria, no, the players you are playing with their mental health. Don't that key mental health for what mental health is. Where's this one? Let me say, boss, do you think the Super Eagles teams are, yes, they are. Lower direction, this is for discipline's sake, will Sunday Lisa be a good idea? No, it will not. European man say presidential tax force now another way to collect waiting them no work for. I tell you, Osimhen and NFF say just subscribe. I love your content, please. What happened with Shaba Modu is East Jesus, bros. Where are you? Shaba Modu don't die since now 1 year, exactly 1 year before Steve Keshi died now. Boss, where have you been? 10 years now. Jesus, the man had a problem with his heart now. He eventually died. Can we let sleeping down that lie, please? Jeez, where are you? Lord may say some players in Super Eagles mentality is poor. Can I say because some of them are not literate, that is why. Well, the ones where they get strong mentality are they literate. These Super Eagles have more educated players than we've ever had in the team. Demola Abedi Brian says that my favorite team is playing today, the French national team. I hope they will not disappoint me. Africa by extension, that's the French national team, and England is trying to copy that style. Obare Gerese Osimhen should know that Antonio Conte is the new coach of Napoli. Conte doesn't tolerate nonsense. He should work on himself. Quantum Leap TV say Nigeria assisted Osimhen, who was Victor Osimhen. Nigeria should showcase his talent when he was nothing at under 17 tournament. It's sad. The digital say Portugal in 2016 is the bad example of starting badly. Yes, it's a big example of starting badly. That's what you're Johnny Gaffa. Hey, Johnny, we need to talk. Now I'm ready to come to Europe, so let's have some conversation on that. When Sancho disrespected Ten Hag, United did not get involved as the disrespect was directed at the coach, not Nigeria. I don't think the NFF should get involved. United got involved because they loaned him out. United did not insist that he should stay. The decision to loan him out was not a Man United, it was a business decision, and they loaned him out. That's also the reason why they don't sell him. They might not come out in public to say it, but it's an office decision. Office takes those decisions. Jerry Sampson say, now yeah, we do when they say person who study accounting, university, and also work as accounting manager or company. Tell us, said na statistic we go I don't understand this one. Additional information says Western Man City was the last game. Yes, Western Man City. That's the game I was trying to remember. Akim Amin Bonjo say thanks for your honest and objective opinion in balancing the mess this team found itself. Henry Morris says, "Sir, if I talk, YouTube no go like I make me and Elebe continue that time will soon finish, okay? Digital Afma say Osimhen should be suspended until he apologizes. The so-called Finidi message does not need to be wrong for the rant of Osimhen to be wrong. The Super Eagles is bigger than any player. Henry Morris says, I not feel for Finidi. I know reason Osimhen ad boss. Majority of Nigerians know they verify information before they jump on it. That's what Osimhen just exhibited. Digital Afma say, Abeg boss, no vessel booked already. I beg. I could take a let make I arrange. Yeah, booked already. I got 10. Somebody took one already. I got 10. But the people that won the previous one have not come to collect. I got 10 of it. So there's 9 here now. You should come. Just chat me up, come collect yours. I think I'm going to give all of them for free, definitely. Additional point I want to say, the NFF is the reason the Super Eagles players are so disrespectful to Nigerian coaches. I pray this does not affect his transfer. It is so sad he has failed to learn and understand. Quantum Leap TV says, no, Amunike failed to qualify for the next under-17 against Benin Republic. Now, bros, calm down. He won the under-17 World Cup in Chile. Then they put him again in charge, and he failed woefully. Now Lagos here, Teslim Balogun, now for lose 2-1. Go check the history now, bros. I know what they talk. Now the football, this football now they live on. Amunike failed to qualify under 17. They even said that may go under 17, not do anything under 20, not do anything there. Bros, leave them. This one we will talk. So the under 17 we win since 2017. Since 2017, not 10. I they've seen a set. You don't know how long they've seen that they play professional football. Like if he's that good, if I the coach of that teams too now, true. This Amunike talk, I like Amunike, now my guy, but no Super Eagles, no Nigerian fit coach Super Eagles. That's just let's first accept that one. So everybody like Amunike, Amokachi, Finidi. I told Finidi, I said Finidi, you see that good name you get for all your football career. You are about to mess. I said 5 games I give you 5 games time, you're not gonna know yourself again. I said I give you 5 games. I can play the audio, the voice note what I send. I'm like, boss, now 5 games, I give 5 games. If you do 5 games in the Super Eagles, you go see the things that when we say you don't believe say football will physically show you. I work with it, I deal with it, I see the team, I observe them, I see the way they talk, the way they behave, the way they treat people. And these guys, one Nigerian coach will coach these boys, these players. They laugh. I must say them not born these players well to do this to an Oyibo coach. Now only Oyibo skin fit Super Eagles. NFF need to stamp their foot on the ground with this. This is what I would say to the average Nigerian coach. Go out there, start from ground zero. Take a low-paying job, grow your brand. The way with even journalists, I see when I come into Super Eagles camp, if you notice, if I go to Super Eagles camp, every time I go to Super Eagles camp, first things first, I must look for between 100 to 200K to do shopping. Yes, 200, 300K to do shopping. Why? The worst thing a Nigerian player will do for you is to see you looking broke, like say you want to beg them money, they'll come talk to you. When I go to Super Eagles camp, as they come and then they go meet them. I sit down on my own. I'm always going to wait for the time when they say, okay, this is the time for media engagement. Have you seen me post a picture of my selfie with any of the players? I know you go thunder fire you to think say I won't follow you take selfie. It never happen. You know how many times if I finish here, I go to your Igalo house. I was invited. You don't get time since I know go, they not call me. But I'm my guy, I'm just telling you. There are certain things where if you package yourself, people will respect you. You see how they respect kit makers. You see how they treat them. You have to put yourself in that box. These players don't see your name. They don't see they see your class. You have to show class. I was asking Amaju one time, I was pissed with him, like, why do you always take the Super Eagles players and the Falcons to your house? What's wrong with you? Amaju looked me laugh. He says, see this your hot-headedness, where you get since you never come off for your body. I said, no. I don't. As NFF president, you are bigger than that. He said, I say, you they assume say Nigerians are the same like every other part of the world. Are we the same people? I said, what do you mean? He said, the only way you can make a Nigerian player respect you, now let them see you, say you reach past them. I was shocked. I was taken aback. I said, you see, this. He said, these players not get respect for NFF president. Oh. They never get respect for minister. Not to talk of he know the NFF president. He said, but he has to show them, say, oh, Benny, I need to look for your money. Now me won't help you. Now be you want, I don't need you. I get money pass you. That's the kind of language that Nigerians understand. And to be very honest, you know the thing is, when somebody is right, you go accept say the person they right. He said Nigerians know they understand laws and principles. So he called me, he said, hey, you don't travel well. When you go abroad for night, when you drive this traffic light, share people people they stop. For Nigeria, night, when you reach traffic light, they stop, they go blow pass. You know why? We know they obey law. Any opportunity to abuse them, we go abuse them. So in that kind of setting, you have to set standard where you make people that in Nigeria nobody respect anybody. Now fear the fear person. Respect no day. People are looking for the smallest opportunity to insult you. So you must show superiority. Now you not told me, say, why do you think people like them Tony Lumelu, where we already know say that they get UBA, you go see them, they go show you private jet, you go see them, they go out. Yes, they want to let you know, say, I'm not only get back again, money pass you. So when you see them, you come under their aura. Listen, when he said that thing, it made sense to me. Like it just hit my head. You know when you argue with somebody, the person can't give you evidence where you not feel argue against. Because most time we argue and put European, Western environment and creativity. When one guy tell me say, Osimhen and your guy, why you not talk to them about this? I come and say, you know the problem with you, they assume say because anybody will get money will get sense. So I thought I said, bros, as a 25-year-old, or maybe let's say you say he cut his 30-year-old, how many of us get sense for this country? The way this country be so. Do you know what it means to put that kind of money in the hands of an illiterate, an untrained illiterate? Person if they arrest his sister and his sister husband, hey, you want me to respect any outsider? Think about it. Go home, not be waiting the daddy. Go home and think about it. The guy came back to me like 2 hours later and said, boss, you're right, so that's the way you talk, not true. I said, you think if you control these players? Even highly educated people, we never see how the people like the Fanika they talk to people in here. Now because of the money where they get, let's say Nigeria humble. There's no Nigeria way humble. That's why they always about up front are not humble. That's Nigeria will get money. The statement, do you know who I am, is invented and created in this country. It stays only in this country. Let me give you another very clear example. Moto, the rule, standard rule anywhere in the world, if 2 cars jam for road, we go exchange insurance. Not so that they don't know about that abroad, not confirm to me. We'll change insurance will take care of it. That's why we pay insurance money. In Nigeria, yes, somebody could feel jam you, if you don't come down, you jam, so if you don't come down, say where you slap. No, punch you, beat you. Waiting concern accident and fighting and assault. But our way, that's how we roll. Now those way define if this is a country of what you have or not what you know, and so you know or what you have. People go fear you because of who do your back or because of what do your bank account. If not, some people go talk to you anyhow. Nothing go happen. You get money to cover them. You know they say if Nigeria in a country where if my last born get money, I the senior boy. I the parents they relate with. That's the principle we operate on. How you want it to more person get respect. Imam, this lava say, I pray this does not affect him. If you like, it affects. Contrary say, I'm okay, I've read that one. The lava say, zero funding for sports, so we should wake up and realize that our Nigerian government does not support sports. We should wake up and understand that. Henry, Uganda said, then it means all brands are lies and do not love Nigeria, but they love their business only. If football unites us, then put money on it. Unfortunately, as a brand, you're a private business. You should love your business more. The question I ask you is, in every other country in the world, you get tax rebate for investing in sports, for supporting sports in the country. Then they give tax rebates, yeah? If now you run the business, you will put your money. I just told you that I put 11.6 million in creative content for the league. What do I get in return? Do I get tax rebate? I mean, they even the court not keep me for tax. Like I delay filing, they tell you say penalties. So what are you saying? If you're a businessman, you would want. Say share super sports, they show you the rules. When you reach AFCON, they tell you say they're not show you. Well, they're not show you Nigerian league. It's about profit. Business is set. Every businessman is a capitalist. No, don't pretend. Every businessman is a capitalist. What does a capitalist do? Put small and get more. Now what I'm the capitalist now. When we talk on the emotional side, we talk it out of point. Let's get real. If you incentivize people, they will put money, but there's no incentives to do it. And then the country, the economy do very hard. You buy for every day, you buy diesel, you do this, or everything you pay for. You say, well, go give us money from where? And then I must say, how many times local sponsors don't owe NFF? They're plenty. They'll use NFF name, make name, finish, they're not going to pay. And then I must say, I tell you, say we're here to brand our sports to bring the right funding. Also, Nigeria economy is not smiling. Age says he also government money. Hey, say now wow, you are now behaving like the local press. This is nowhere you talk any. I mean, it's the normal thing. The normal thing of let's just throw the word there so that people think say as I be talk or I get opinion. People like that kind of thing. It is sweet to do, but unfortunately, this is not the right place. To do that kind of thing. That's just the thing, in case you don't know. Drake Cruz says, good morning, bros. Good morning to you. Please, let's like and people know it. And they say that's it. What is stopping us from a proper branding, getting the right marketers to make football work? Oluwadari show me say, I salute your accounting knowledge, sir. Thank you very much. Additional Farmer, thank you very much for 10,000 naira gift. It say thank you for always giving us the best show. I appreciate. Additional Farmer say call it out. Super Eagles players are the problem. The NFF administrators have allowed Shinodim Oyema say that's even a bigger reason we weed out Mumu uncommitted players from the Super Eagles and for incompetent administrators without a business mindset to resign and leave. The Super Eagles needs to do well. Additional Avuma says only foreign coach can survive Super Eagles. So Shinodim Oyema says the league needs to be properly run. We need the FIFA tournament money and sponsors that only an excellent sponsor team can bring us for male and female football development. Tawaremo says, to be honest, we have to agree that the players we have in Super Eagles are not at the level we thought they are. A bunch of average players. Sammy Soul says, why do you think Olise is not a good choice? I didn't say it's not a good choice. Olise have been there before. How did it end? Is it not the same way? Olise is my all-time greatest Nigerian footballer. Olise is one of the finest footballers to come out of this country. But when he got into the national team, do you know how he left? He left like the words that came out of Ulise's mouth. You could say that Olise is having mental breakdown. Olise said that they wish him, say he assists and swallow iron. Those are the comments of Olise. Now, it doesn't mean he's not my guy. I'm saying that that's how bad the national team can frustrate you. I have sat down with players who played under Olise. You saw what Mikel Obi said on his podcast about Olise. And the things that they say, and I'm like, guy, this thing you're saying, you know that this thing is wrong anyway. And one of them said, well, I mean, he's a Nigerian coach. Nobody had respect for them. That's what they said. I've seen players say that whenever they bring these MPFA players to the team, they feel disgusted. They feel like, oh, they are coming to come beg them things. When I know the camp, when I talk, I'm talking from a position of deep knowledge of the team. There are some things you just, okay, no, let's not talk about it. Let's just leave it like that. And then the whole say, when I don't understand. I'm not saying Olise is not a good coach. I think he's a good manager, but not be surprised. Because let me tell you where the thing goes wrong. Every Nigerian coach that comes in wants to come and establish discipline. The Super Eagles players, they are anti-discipline. They are allergic to discipline. It's like giving police car and say, look, if you scratch the car, we'll take the salary from your pocket. You know, say they're not going to drive the car again. So Nigerian players don't want discipline. That's till they say come to camp in the open camp today, come to camp that day. Don't bring your family members, don't bring your friends to camp. You will not go feel work. And that's what this guy, because that's what West Ham did to them. That's what they want to practice. Unfortunately, these guys are, you know what, let's lose like 2 games so that they get them fired. And then we'll go back to our normal way. You know, it's just the way it is. What's it called? Where did I stop now? God. I'm missing it too. I'm missing it. The league. Okay. Okay. Emmanuel says, who actually posted that fake news that triggered Osimhen? Osimhen got this wrong. I also blame those around him. Finidi, on the other hand, should have reacted before the onslaught. Sad situation. How would he have reacted before the onslaught? What if he didn't see it? See you. Elijah say, Ahmad, you talk what they not get respect at all. Now only money them like. Maxwell Omade says Osimhen just the too hot-headed and acted without any sense whatsoever. Christian Anamese says, good day, boss. I totally disagree that England played terribly yesterday. They had played Serbia in the first half and struggled in some part of the second. Does that equal to horrible game? Well. I like that. People in England, and if you listen to me, I said they were being scattered by the media in England that they played horribly, and that's all the story that is there. This morning I was listening to Talk Sports, our partner, and that's what they are saying. Eloquent rated the players below 3. In the English players, they were rated badly. If you disagree and you can't also talk in your own comment, say in some part of the second half they play badly, then I don't understand what you talk, Christian. Yeah, me that mind, my lovely sister. I said this is one of the reasons Nigeria struggles to adapt abroad. A lot of us lack discipline and only fear bigger money and power. This is why materialism is killing us as a people. Foreigners build network, respect values. In Nigeria, it's all about how much is in your pocket before people listen to you or regard you. Let's give a good example. Portable have been singing, have been making noises. Nobody cares about it. Very minute he did Zazu, and some people know say he get money, he do give away. It became people's favorite. Even though it's a social nuisance, for where? It's a people's favorite. Now Mali came with Sophie and all those things. It's a social nuisance, but people love it. That's how we are. Don't say social media destroy children. You know how many good education and information that's on social media? No. You go jump towards the one where they show quick and tutorial. You can't tell me say now social media spoil. No, you made a choice to spoil yourself. That's who we are. Okay? Henry Ngane says, so how did Onigbude do it? He had a decent team, but not a great one. They don't really do it. This same thing that Osimhen and Finidi is doing, it's not the same thing that Terrible West and Onigbude do. I'm not sure say you be good student of history. Do you forget what Terrible West did to Onigbude? Let's not even go there. I say I felt peace with that unprofessional action by Osimhen. To make matters worse, some people were defending the nonsense attitude that in itself made me realize the rot in misbehavior among us is high. Abdul Kadir Olushola says, I just came on board. I hope I haven't missed 2 hours. I mean, I started the show to 2 hours because I didn't do weekend. Boris Denga said, nice one. Yamidam, I say, who are your potential finalists in the ongoing Euros, Big Uncle E? Initially, I said France and Germany. But as we did now, that Spain team, I like them, but I'm still going to go with my France and Germany. I don't think that England will get past in semi-finals or quarterfinals. Rumors, if the rumors are true, do you think Arteta can I bet they go Arsenal? I'm gonna leave that rumor. Then they go and Arsenal there. But the thing is, if he goes to Arsenal, the funny thing is, if he goes to Arsenal, that is a big if. If he goes to Arsenal, the team is already structured. He's coming in to be part of it. If he do any year, he will come out. Arsenal have already shown history of selling big players. Ozil, Aubameyang, Nicolas Hayes, and Ogo Pepe. That will not play, but one that doesn't make I give 12 games because Terry already took 12 games to settle it. They go with that match. But I'm not sure Arsenal would go spend that much. 130 for Osimhen. No, they never happen. Don't forget. Emmanuel said, if Finidi get his Enyimba job back, it's sad to see him lose both. I don't know. It's anybody that will have to decide that. Chinedum Oyema say, but the coaches call them. The funny thing about these players is that they are so average that they need the national team platform to be considered by average team in Europe. I blame corrupt NFF staff. Please, how does the corrupt NFF staff, and what's your definition of corrupt? Well, we don't have time anymore. We've done 2 hours today. This is more like doing today's show because we needed to like break all of this down. We would be here again tomorrow. I'm not guaranteeing anybody that will do it in the evening because the numbers are not good. I don't have the energy to stress that. But please, if you've not subscribed to our YouTube channel, do want to subscribe to us, to the channel, help us grow. We'll be here every Monday to Friday, 9 a.m. And it's not normally 9 a.m. to 10 a.m., but sometimes we extend it to when we need to really elaborate and break some things down. Thank you to everybody who supported us. Thank you very much for the 10,000 you sent us. Additional from Yamid Alaba say, how many Nigerians ex-international have UEFA B license? Many. I have UEFA B license. Many have. It's not about having the UEFA license. It's about finding the place to do the coaching job and being able to do it and sustain it over time. Our problem, again, this is one of the problems we have. Our players wants to go just straight from coaching school, getting a certificate to coaching national team. That's why I have a problem. If they spread themselves wide, this is supposed to be for tomorrow. If they spread themselves wide and coach in the league and help develop a playing system that works. Now the part, and tomorrow I'm going to say this, the part that the NFF needs to do is to first start with employ proper football director. And not one person, a group of people. A group of coaches, highly learned coaches that will develop a system across the 6 geopolitical zone, the way we did it in 1975. That led to us winning our first AFCON bronze in 76 and then 78 and winning the Nations Cup in 1980. The same way West Ham took 5 years. We can do that. That's a system that works. Okay, because of the size of the nation and the way our talent are spread across the nation. But hey, it is what it is. My name is Edafe Matthew Sagana. You love to come in the Legato on the Sports. The show, I've come 2 full circles as we've done 2 hours on the show today. This is practically the longest one we've had since the show started. Moyi King says that Finidi should have been left alone. Are we planning on just doing the jack reactions and the end? Chinedu Oyema says experience over license and certificate. Absolutely. Yes, thank you very much. Let's do this again tomorrow morning. Please come early, raise your questions, raise the subjects, we're talking points, we want to talk about them. While we're looking at the Euros and enjoying it, we would also try to look for solutions for the problems in Nigerian football. Tomorrow we'll talk about the role of a proper football directorate, a proper media and communication channel for the NFF, and a host of other things that we'll talk about. God bless you and have yourself a wonderful start of the week and a wonderful Monday ahead of you. Bye. Whoa.